Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is Kodeations, coming at you today with another video on Skylanders Ring of Heroes. And today, we're going to be diving into 5 tips for progression that I hope that you guys are taking advantage of. And if you are not taking advantage of, and this is your first time hearing these tips, well, then I hope that they serve you well. But as always, before we dive in, if you are new to the channel and you want to stay up to all of the latest and greatest mobile games that are currently coming out to the mobile genre, then be sure to smash that red subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you get a notification every time we drop a video. And with that being said, let's dive right in. Alrighty, diving right in, ladies and gentlemen. The first tip we have on the list is going to be something I have not seen anybody taking advantage of, and it might be a little bit of a cheeky tip, but it is going to be something that is very, very, very good for those free-to-play players especially. Now, I know a lot of whales out there probably don't really care about it, but it will serve you well if you are looking to save a little bit of money and spend your money elsewhere, and that is going to be if you hop over to the best deals section in the game. The third one down is going to be the subscription package. Now, right off of the bat, you might be thinking, whoa, Kodeations, $19.99 is pretty steep. I don't want to even get into talking about buying this pack. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We are not going to buy this pack. Instead, what I advise you to do if you are a free-to-play player, again, I can't, maybe this isn't the right way to do it. Maybe you shouldn't be doing this. I don't really know, but I just know it's a crazy, absolutely crazy value. And so what exactly this means is, if you don't already know, in the bottom right-hand corner, it says a 7-day free trial available for the first-time subscription. So what exactly does that mean? Well, we've already tested it. I've already talked to multiple players who are currently doing this, and 100%, it works currently right now before this maintenance happens. The first one, what you need to do is you basically click on this button. When you click on this button, you go to the buy button, and it's going to pop up and it's going to walk you through this. Now, you are going to start your 7-day trial, and you are absolutely not charged anything for the first 7 days. But where the trick is you make sure you cancel it before the 7 days is up. And the reason why I say that is because it says right here, we'll send you a reminder in 2 days before it's up. You won't be charged anything until basically your 7-day mark. But why is this very, very cool, and why is it very vital for free-to-play players? That's going to be because you're going to get a free premium summon every day of those 7 days. So that's 7 free summons. Not only that, you're going to be able to accumulate 6+ hours to get a bonus reward. And I have been confirming with a lot of other players that are currently doing this and utilizing this method, and you actually can get awakening materials from this bonus reward. So again, something very vital to free-to-play players. And last but not least, you're going to get additional idling bonus time. So again, don't sleep on this. It's definitely something that you should utilize right now before Cop2 fixes it. So again, make sure they get in here and utilize that. Now, the next one up is going to be a portal master trick. So if you don't already know about this one, it's something you definitely should be doing and taking advantage of. And again, it's not really as much of a trick as it is a tip. But taking a look at this, once you level up your individual portal master to a specific stage, basically you can see that they kind of affect all element Skylanders once you're using this one. But give you guys an example here, at level 5 she has a air Skylander accuracy +3. The same thing goes for once you get to another point here at level 15, she gets another bonus to air Skylanders at accuracy number 3, and then all the way down. The same thing with the second one here. The second one actually is going to give you, if I scroll down here, Earth. As you can see here at level 25, you get that Earth one. I'm assuming you get one earlier. I just was already past it. And last but not least, you do have Bruno, and then you can see at level 5, you get that accuracy bonus for tech. So we are currently looking to build Bruno, just to give you guys an idea. But yeah, like I said, you definitely want to be taking advantage of that additional bonus stat as accuracy, because again, it's very vital when it comes to building team comps. But nevertheless, this is something I feel like a lot of players do not know about, and that's kind of how they should dictate and kind of help them decide what Portal Master to use for their individual team comp. All right, the next thing up we're going to be taking a look at is going to be the summoning session. So a lot of players currently right now are either summoning for the times 5 pool and premium summons, and they're not really focusing too much on the individual summons. And I think it really just depends on the stage of the game, and this is going to be where the tip comes into play. If you are currently looking to summon light and dark Skylanders, then 100% I would recommend you go in on the summon times 5. But if you are looking for a specific Skylander from a specific element, then I highly recommend that you get in here and you summon individually, because if you don't already know, we'll pop one off just for the sake of the video. When you do a single summon, you actually get the ability to pick your elements. We're going to click out of here, and you actually get a little bit more freedom to pick. So to give you guys an example here, if I wanted this air one, out of this unit, I would click this. I click the OK to summon that, and then it's obviously going to give me a air unit. So that's basically how the single summon works, and it works like that every single time you do a single summon. So that's going to be why I think it's very, very, good to basically utilize the single summoning portion if you are trying to hunt a specific, Skylander, because it basically gives you that little bit of an edge, that little bit of a one-up by giving you the ability to pick your element. Now, again, you could still get completely shafted with RNG, you know what I mean, and not get the element of that you want or your element of your choice, and you can even get duplicate elements that can also proc. So again, take it for what it's worth, but nevertheless, it's a very good tip to know and kind of keep in your back pocket if you are looking for that specific Skylander. It might be more beneficial for you to summon on the single pull versus doing the ×5. But now, again, like I said, going back, the ×5 is obviously where it's at 100%, in my opinion, because you are trying to get those light and dark Skylanders. Again, there's not a whole lot of information around the light and dark Skylanders currently in the game, and we don't even know where you can get the keys from. If you happen to know, drop it down below in the comments, because I have yet to figure it out. But nevertheless, the light and dark Skylanders are super, super rare, and they're going to be very, very good, I feel, and especially maybe in additional content, Comp2us will throw that in here. But nevertheless, that is going to be a very good tip to consider. The next one up is going to be none other than the Mirage Tower. So a lot of people currently are trying to, as you can see, we did at the very beginning, a lot of people are currently trying to focus getting 3 stars. Geez Louise, I didn't even realize how many I did. And I guess I really didn't do that a whole lot. But, a lot of people currently right now are so focused and hell-bent on getting 3 stars on each individual stage so they get the additional diamonds. Now, I'm going to 100% back that and say no. Do not focus, in my personal opinion, even if you were starting out in the game, you can't clear, but, the first 10 levels, the 20 levels, whatever, I would not recommend trying to focus in on doing a 3-star clear, because in my opinion, every single one of these stages are going to give you skill up stones, and they give you a buttload of skill up stones the higher you climb. And you're going to get those even at a 1-star clear. So in my opinion, I would highly recommend that your first mission should be to push Mirage Tower as far as possible, even at 1-star clears. Forget about the additional diamonds off to the left-hand side to begin with. And the reason why is because giving you a example, for instance, let's say, I don't even know where we're going to go, but let's say we got to a specific stage, and we did not do a 3-star clear, and we needed to, accumulate 75, for instance. You can see here, we need 10 more basically, or 11 more, stars. So we can go through here and collect those 11 different stars. But once you successfully clear a stage, even at a 1-star rating, it costs 0 stamina to rerun that stage. So in my opinion, a very good tip should be you should not focus on trying to get 3 stars right away. Instead, complete them at 1 stars. Who cares? Get your skill up stones, because those are going to be way more viable, or way more important. And then afterwards, then you can come back utilizing none of your stamina, and then actually try to get that 3-star clear to collect those additional diamonds or those additional gems. Okay, so that's going to be that tip. And then last but not least, we do have a little bit of a formation tip, and I got to do this pretty quick before we hop over and get kicked out with the maintenance. But nevertheless, a lot of players currently, I see a lot of players making this mistake, and that even includes some players that are doing a lot of live streams on this game. And the mistake that they are currently making is that they are not properly putting their heroes or their Skylanders into formation. And what I mean by that is that if you are utilizing some sort of tank, which most players are, especially those free-to-play players, and a lot of those players that are like trying to min-max their account, they are utilizing a tank of some sort that has a provoke. So basically to mitigate the damage across their team, and to only focus fire that tank. And so with that being the case, you want to make sure that you do not put your tank next to your main DPSer. You want to make sure that it is going to be the furthest away, and the reason being is because of the AoE damage that tank can take. And if that tank is taking AoE damage, then that is going to hit the additional Skylanders that is next to them. So you want to just basically make sure that wherever your tank is placed, you want to make sure that your DPS is the furthest away. So if you take a look at our comp here, we've got gear shift on the left-hand side in our leader skill, but that's because she is our leader. But not only that, she does also have that provoke, and that's going to be the reason why we have Robo all the way to the other side. Because again, like I said, it's one of those things where because we want to mitigate that AoE damage and we don't want Robo taking any unnecessary damage. So again, be sure to make sure that you are utilizing these types of tips when it comes to the formations. Make sure you are trying to look at the individual fight. What are the skills that you are going up against, or the abilities that you are going up against, and if they do have some sort of an AoE ability that's going to proc, once they do a focus fire and attack that specific tank that's got provoke, or that specific Skylander that's got provoke, you want to make sure that your damage dealer is the furthest away. But that's going to be it for me, ladies and gentlemen. So like I said, I'm going to leave you guys on this. Maintenance is about to drop, so we need to make sure that we are hopping out of here. But thank you guys very much for all the love and the support that you have shown the channel. It's been growing absolutely at an insane rate, and I cannot thank you guys enough, and I'm so excited to see how far we can grow. So again, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get notification every time we drop a video, and I will see you guys in the next one.